Good afternoon, History Geeks. Happy New Year's Eve. I'm here in Alexandria, Virginia. I just took a history tour, learned a lot about Alexandria, Virginia. I did not know. So maybe most of you knew this, especially some of you that lived around here, but Lawrence Washington founded Alexandria, Virginia, and that's George Washington's big brother. He really loved his big brother. And so they took me to this place called the Carlyle House, and I have never heard of this house before. But I'm so glad I came here because this is where General Braddock and George Washington planned the expedition for the Battle of Monongahela. And also, I learned about a man, a Scottish man that I'd never heard about, Mr. Carlyle. So we got this little plaque here. I'm just going to read it off to you because I can't remember everything. So this unique building that I'm standing by was constructed of stone and set back from the street, was built by John Carlyle, a British merchant and one of the original founders of Alexandria. Witness to both domestic life and war, today the house stands as a museum dedicated to telling the story of Carlyle's journey from British citizen to American patriot. Who was John Carlyle? Well, John Carlyle first came to America as a merchant's factor or agent. While he was in Virginia, he met and married Sarah Fairfax, so we know who the Fairfaxes are. Lord Fairfax, named after Fairfax County, named after Lord Fairfax, was the mentor of George Washington. So it's all connected. He met and married Sarah Fairfax, and a member of the wealthy Fairfax family. As a second son, John Carlyle would have had difficulty becoming prosperous in England, but in the New World, he was quickly able to become a prominent landowner, merchant, and town leader. Between 1751 and 1753, John Carlyle built this home using aqueous sandstone. This is a beautiful house and is built from sandstone. Although the outer layer of the stone was replaced, you can still see the original material on the corners just below the roof line. So let me show you guys. Look at this thing. It's huge. This was built a long time ago. It looks like something new, but no, this was built a long time ago. Look, this is one of the cannons that Major General Braddock used on the way to the Battle of Monongahela. This cannon looks like it's in very good shape. Better shape than the other cannons that I've seen back in Winchester. Look, you got your royal seal. I guess that's a royal seal. I have no idea. Looks like they might have refurbished this. But there's that house again. Man, that's huge, huh? That's a huge house. So here they just got a little bit more about Major General Braddock. He is everywhere down in this part of the country in Virginia, along with, of course, George Washington, who was his aide-de-camp during the Battle of Monongahela. So let me just read this to you. From March 26th through April 20th, 1755, the town of Alexandria served as the center of major operations for Major General Edward Braddock, Commander-in-Chief for British forces in North America. Coldstream Guards. He chose the finest house in town, John Carlyle's, as his headquarters. Here, Braddock called together the governors of Virginia, Maryland, New York, Massachusetts, and Pennsylvania to discuss his campaign strategy and request their assistance. In a letter to his brother, John Carlyle referred to this April 14th to the 15th meeting in 1755 as the grandest Congress held at my home ever known on this continent. So that's pretty big words. Braddock's objectives included driving the French from North America, which we've kind of discussed before, improving British Native American relations, and creating a common defense fund for the American colonies. Braddock also appointed Major Carlyle the storekeeper of all provisions, arms, and ammunition in Alexandria. On April 20th, 1755, General Braddock and his 2,500-man army left Alexandria and began the arduous journey to Fort Decatur, at present-day Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This strategic French fort controlled the forks of the Ohio River and therefore the gateway to the west. Braddock's army dragged 4 howitzers, 4 12-pounder cannons, and 4 6-pound cannons like this one over barely passable roads, through forests, over mountains, and across streams. On July 9th, the French and their Native American allies attacked the British forces, mortally wounding Braddock and killing or wounding 2/3 of his troops. This devastating defeat, known as the Battle of Monongahela, ended Braddock's expedition. Braddock's volunteer aide-de-camp and the young George Washington had 2 horses shot from under him, but survived the battle. And so did General Braddock. He was shot down a couple of times, like maybe 4 times, I think. Washington's heroism in this pivotal battle saved the British Army from total annihilation and elevated his reputation as a renowned military leader. So, the map of the battle. So, pretty. Let me show you guys. Carlyle also had a really nice little garden back here, which seemed to be something that a lot of them did back in those days. Had a really big garden. Also, before we go back to the garden, this place during the Civil War housed Union soldiers, Union and Confederate soldiers, basically wounded soldiers. So, garden. Look at this bed of plants. I love this. I love this. Look, you can see those rocks are really old. This is like the back end of this place. Unbelievable. Look at that. Just, I love that. I like the bed of ivy. I don't know what these plants are, but this is just beautiful. Place is about to close, I think, so pretty amazing. Look at this. Wow, just look at that. It's just amazing. And there was like these little, kind of a nice little maze going through here. Pretty nice. Something the tour guide told me is Mr. Carlyle was superstitious. He was afraid of black cats. So that was definitely a thing in Scotland and England. And when he came over here and he built this house, he did this crazy thing. And they found these in the 70s when they were renovating. They found a cat in the stone. They found a black cat, obviously a dead black cat, in the stone. So if you go over here, it's right over here. So this cat, I think, is probably right there. And Carlyle's idea was that if he puts a dead black cat in the stonework, then the house will be safe. And so if a black cat crossed him, it would be okay because he has that cat's soul. This is true. This is true. So look it up on Google, but this stuff is true. Check this out. Isn't this pretty? I just love these gardens. It's really pretty. This town is absolutely beautiful. From Alexandria, Virginia. I've been to so many places, I forget where that. From Alexandria, Virginia. Yeah, this place is really amazing. If you're ever in Alexandria, I would definitely come to the Carlyle house. I got here too late to go inside, but obviously there's also history inside as well. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a very happy New Year's and talk to you later.